get himself a little bit of separation right there. That's exactly how you want to see that go when you start from the first spot.
See Caden Honeycutt on the inside of Tyler Ankrum.
And these guys all appear to be playing nice on this initial start so far, JB. You don't see anybody making a crazy 3-wide race. I assure you guys that's going to change as the night plays out. It's going to pick up the further on that we go into this race.
That's an important pass right there. Rajah Carew just passed Tyler Ankrum, moved himself into the top 6. These two are really close in points. We know at least 2 trucks are going to get in at points, so these are the 2 that are fighting for, or have the best chance of transferring on points against each other.
You notice the screen just got real bright. You see the pylon on the left, all the drivers highlighted in yellow. Those are playoff drivers, and yes, they did their job. They all qualified within the top 10, and you see Corey Heim in green. That means green means go on to the championship for next week in Phoenix.
Brandon Finger doing a nice job to find his way back down to the bottom right there. You don't want to get lined up on the trucks on the inside and get yourself stuck on the top, so good work by he and his spotter to get down there and not lose any spots through there.
Interesting, the story that Todd Bodine said about Grant Enfinger, and they found that issue mid-practice.
Yeah, and that's something we'll have to keep an eye on tonight, and it appears right now that Grant's not having trouble with that, but you want to make sure that it doesn't creep up at some point during the race.
I like what I see on Matt Craft right here. He's kind of carving his way back through. He had a great practice, was one of the fastest trucks in practice. Did not have a great qualifying run.
How much would it mean to him, Brad? His final year.
This is that 3-wide bomb here.
Can't tell if there's any contact.
Oh,
There's
there is
contact now. Around goes Andres Perez.
I don't think he meant to know. It's just 3 wide.
Contact. Caution is out. Just 7 laps in here.
And that was pretty significant contact to the left front for Andres Perez, and I know he'll be disappointed. Had a pretty good day going up until this point, practice and qualifying, and that truck is not going to be the same after that contact.
Battle for 13th here, and you can see it coming with the 3-wide move that Connor Bozek started. They all just kind of come together here in 3 and 4. Perez is going to get the worst end of this.
Driver caution at Martinsville for the first time.
After you're trying to crowd that truck below you.
5th straight race this season. We've had a caution within the first 10 laps. They seem to figure it out later on, and that's what happened a week ago when Gio Ruggiero, 19 years old, you see the restart here in the 17 truck. He's got his teammate Corey Heim behind him, pushing him. He blocks Corey Heim, and he brings it home for the first time in his young career. Stands tall, gets that trophy, and this week looking a little different. He's got that win sticker on the driver's side door.
That's a good feeling. You know, he hasn't announced what he's doing for next year, but you have to think that winning this race last week at Talladega in the Truck Series buoys his chances and opportunities for seasons to come. So congrats to Gio, well earned. This is one of those top talents that's kind of positioning himself as we see some of these truck drivers graduate on up into the Cup Series and Xfinity Series to be the next guy next year.
Here we go, first restart of the night. Lane Riggs holding court. Gio Ruggiero, that youngster who just found victory lane on the outside. Last time they were nice and calm on the initial start. It was farther back in the field where we had the contact. Another great start for Lane Riggs.
So this is another key part in the race. We're going to see this race break into a rhythm one way or the other. Either we're going to have long green flag runs and these guys are going to settle out, or we're going to have a lot of crashes. This will dramatically affect the strategy for these crew chiefs later in the race, how this section plays out.
Get Ty Majeski in the 98. One of those drivers needed more out of his truck in practice, trying to take that spot away from Gio Ruggiero for second, but don't look now. Corey Heim is right behind him, breathing down his neck.
And I like what Ty had to say to us on the pace laps of the race, that he felt good about the speed in his truck. Maybe it didn't feel exactly like he wanted it to. But Brad, how many times have you been in a race car that maybe didn't feel good but was really fast and you found a way to make it work?
Yeah, you know, practice and racing are not the same thing, Regan. You know this very well, that sometimes a race car that doesn't feel the way you want it to feel and practice is really good in the race. You know, as the tires wear and different elements come into play. And vice versa, sometimes you're just a rocket practice, but you're not really adept for the track as it changes. So we'll have to see which one Ty has today.
And how much does this track change? How sensitive is it? Now that we know the sun is setting here, they practice and qualify in full sun, and it's supposed to get pretty chilly by the end of this race. We're going to be in the 40s.
Well, these concrete corners are built to not be temperamental, but they are extremely temperamental. You know, when they first put concrete